Happy New Year, everyone. It's the Micro Channel, Ron Moxley. How is everyone tonight? Are you out celebrating? Are you out having a drink? I thought it would be a good night to talk about New Year's resolutions and how we never follow through on them. Just kidding. So, I honestly believe that a lot of you guys genuinely care for me, and a lot of you have talked about my smoking. And I've decided today I usually buy a carton of cigarettes, one a week, and usually smoke a carton of cigarettes a week. So for my New Year's resolution, now keep in mind it's almost midnight in the UK, so I still have about 5.5 hours to go before my New Year's. So this is how many cigarettes I have left. And then I went and got nicotine patches today. And I'm going to try to quit smoking. I guess we'll see if it works. The nicotine patches were over $40, which a carton of cigarettes is about $60. And there was 14 patches, I believe, in the box. So if I wear one a day, that's at least 2 weeks. I will be saving money a little bit. I've often mentioned to you guys how cigarettes is the only addiction I've never been able to kick. Well, I'm going to kick this. And I think what I'll do is have my nicotine withdrawals day by day on Patreon. It'll just be something to do. I know it's not that important. It's not really a big deal. But maybe some of you guys that join me in Patreon, maybe you want to give up something too for the new year, and maybe we can do it together. I just thought it would be a good idea. I do know that, no, Marie, if I give it up, I'm giving it up 100%. I'm not going to go to vaping. I'm just going to give it all up. The nicotine patches. So I'm not going to go to vaping. That'll just be another addiction, and I just don't want that. So I think I'm just going to do the quit smoking. I will use a patch to help me. I tried Chantix one time, Trish, and it gave me really bad nightmares, like very vivid nightmares. Like I would wake up sweating, like I believed that the nightmares were real. That's how bad it was. So Just Ellie says she quit opiates and cigarettes. Or I quit opiates too. I've been clean off opiates for, in February, it will be 9 years. Super Bowl Sunday. I don't remember the exact date. I could look back at 2011 and see what date it was. I do remember it was Super Bowl Sunday. Also, I want to give a shout out to the UK, not the United Kingdom, but the University of Kentucky Wildcats. They won their bowl game today, the Belk Bowl, 37-30. Our quarterback threw a late touchdown to secure the victory. And so, congratulations to the UK Wildcats football team for winning the Belk Bowl today against the Virginia Tech Hokies. And if there's any Hokies in the house, I'm sorry. I'm just a UK fan. So, if I can quit smoking, Ron, I need to hear about kicking opioids. When can you do a show? I'd have to take a lot for pain. I could talk about it anytime. Probably not tonight. Maybe tomorrow or Thursday. And the only reason I say that is I plan to do basically like New Year's Eve resolutions today, if that's okay with you guys. So you've heard mine. My New Year's resolution. Hopefully it works. I never say it's for sure going to work, because I think when you say you're going to for sure do it, you set yourself up for failure. And then if you fail, it's only 10 times worse because you failed at doing what you for sure said you was going to do. So I'm going to try with no guarantees. That way I'm not let down in case I can't do it, but I believe I can. quit opiates. I believe without a doubt I can do it. So I have that many cigarettes left in the pack. So regardless of how many I have at midnight, once the clock turns midnight, the ball drops. It's 2020. I will not smoke a cigarette. I will put a patch on and take it from there. So, is there anyone who would like to share their New Year's resolutions? If they do, I've enabled the slow mode in the chat. Just type it in and I'll put it up on screen. Abby says she's going to give up swearing. That will be tough for her mouth. Yeah, damned if you do, darned if you don't. Just looking for some New Year's resolutions. Sam says 2 months for me. No smoking. Texas Cindy says quitting smoking and losing weight. Yeah, that's another thing. Nashville, Tennessee says stop smoking. I really hope I don't gain a lot of weight. Jan Rock says she's not saying anything. She can never keep them. I know exactly what you're talking about there. Stella says she's going to be a better bitch. Anne says she gave up smoking at 11:50 p.m. New Year's Eve 2000. Oh, all right. So it's been a while for you then. That's good. Tia Reeves says she's giving up soda. Triple H, Hunter Hurst Helmsley says no resolutions for me, but new intentions for 2020. Nashville, Tennessee says he lives in Kentucky now. That's where I live, Kentucky. Although I've told you guys I'm from Australia and the UK since I got started. But anyway, guys, in the UK, you're about 23 minutes away from the new year. Jody says she's going to start clean eating in 2020. Lisa says it's not to let people take advantage of me, be the best version of myself, and give up SH. Nashville, Tennessee says, I'm a girl. I apologize. Sorry about that. Couldn't tell by the name. Whoops, didn't finish. Going to give up swearing. Vicky says, Jody, good resolution. Diane says, I'm giving up crystal tea and yoga. Gets me in trouble. I, for real, when I read that, thought she was going to say crystal meth. I'm not even kidding. I'm glad it's crystal tea, though. Let's see. What else do we have? Cassius says this is going to be a beautiful new year, 2020. Can't wait. It is. Life is definitely what we make it. Little Book says she's going to craft more and talk less. Well, don't talk less in here. We all like to hear what you got to say. You can talk less elsewhere, just not here. And let's see. Texas said, I thought she was going to say crystal meth too. Oh my God. Well, at least I'm not the only one that thought that's what was going to say. I quit smoking for 6 years after 20 years and started a year ago. Going to quit again. Promised hubby. Captain of my soul says, who is spending their New Year's home asleep? I am, LOL. Well, I'm going to spend my New Year's at home, but I probably won't be asleep. I always do like to watch the ball drop on TV. They used to be the Dick Clark till he unfortunately passed away a few years ago. I always remember that show as a kid growing up watching the ball drop. And that's just something I've remembered all my life is you always watch the ball drop with Dick Clark on New Year's Eve. Nashville, Tennessee says stop smoking weed. Hey, that's it. Marie says she's given up men. Well, northern British men. She said she could be talked into a Swede. Definitely. Little Book says, I'm not going to give up anything. I'm too old. Oh, you're not old. How old are you? 20? You look like you're 23, maybe. I love Dick Clark. So did I. I did too. Mr. Resolution is now. Mark, say hi to me. Hello, Gebel the Rebel. How are you? I'm home, but not completely alone. This way is way late for me. I'm going to start swimming weekly. Um, Pitbull the Ball Drop in the United States. There's a show called Rockin' New Year's Eve now, but it used to be with Dick Clark every year, and they have this great big ball, and they spend massive amounts of money on it, and they count down from 10, and of course at 0 they drop this big huge crystal ball. It's made of crystal and lights and just different things like it. Actually just slides down a pole, but it's called the ball dropping. It's in Times Square in New York City. It's really cool. You can watch it on the internet if you've never seen it. It's really something to see. I've never been there. One of my what do they call that list? I can never think of anything when I'm on here, and I can think of anything. Um, the list of things before you die. One of mine is to go to Times Square and watch the ball drop. Jessica Madera says, my New Year's resolution is a little different. Mine is to start living again and to find my smile. Other than that, getting back into extreme couponing, which helps my goal and of giving and changing lives. That's a really good resolution, Jessica. Thanks for sharing that with us. Secret Lady says, I'm going to give up trying to please everyone all the time. Bucket list. Thank you, guys. I can never think of anything when I'm on here. So I always go, it's like I draw a blank or something. I don't know why. It must be all the, beer I've been drinking. I don't drink. Braun, Triple H is going to travel more, smile more, and give more. That's a really good resolution. Let's see here. May says she's going to drink more and think less. Good resolution. Hey, resolutions are all about what you want, right? They're for you. They're for nobody else. So always make a resolution that is good for you. Don't do something for someone else. You'll never fall through on it. I've learned in my life that when you do something for someone else, you won't follow through on it. When you do something for you, you will follow through on it. For instance, when I gave up opiates, I was on opiates for probably about 3.5 years. With that said, many, many times my family tried to get me to come off them, and I was never ready. But when I got ready, I made it happen. That's why I think I'll be able to kick smoking. I'm going to get back into swimming, help my poor back, so I can be more active with my grandbaby. That's a great resolution, Lara. Thank you for sharing. No local parties banging means I'll miss the after fights where everyone is going to kill someone, but they all fall over instead. In Son's words, they were bottling themselves. Okie dokie. Alrighty. Let's see. And thank you, Lori. Thank you for sharing. I'm so glad. Thanks all you guys for sharing your resolutions. I think it's great. Crystal Silverheart says it's 23:42, which is 11:42 p.m. here. Hope everyone has a happy 2020. That's one of the reasons I came on at 6:30, so I could spend New Year's Eve and bring in the new year with all you guys from the UK and other countries in that same time zone. Jessica says, thank you all. I can't wait. My first present will be finding someone who is colorblind and giving them the gift of sight in all color. I can't wait. Going to give those in chroma glasses. Oh, you know what's funny, Jessica? And I never knew this till recently. Is my brother is colorblind. Now, with that said, he can see some colors, but there's some colors he can't differentiate between. So I don't know if he's like a true colorblind person, because I don't know if a true colorblind person just sees black, white, and gray, but he's either partially or considered colorblind because he can't differentiate colors. I think like green and blue and things like that. And I never knew that till lately. So, 15 minutes in the UK and wherever you're at in that time zone. 15 minutes till the new year, guys. New year, new start. Now, just remember my New Year's resolution. I still have uh, 5 hours to go. But after this pack, I'm not going to buy any more. So if I run out before midnight, I will not go get more. This will be it. But I paid $6 for these, so I'm not going to waste it. But if I have 2 or 3 left, I will not smoke them. I will throw them away. Just to let you guys know. So, and I truly wish the best for all you guys on your New Year's resolutions. I hope they work out for you. I really do. I mean that with all my heart. I really think that, we are a family here, and I've always thought that. No public potties for the people in the crowd. Porta potties, not sure. Porta potties. Like portable potties, porta potties. That's what I've always heard them called, porta potties. Tell you a story of well, it's not me. I was probably around 10 years old when I seen this. And there was several teenagers. There's a festival they have every year in my hometown called the Daniel Boone Pioneer Festival. And I seen these teenagers, and they were over there shaking a porta potty and had somebody inside of it. And, I was a 10-year-old, you're thinking, well, you think it's funny, And then there was this large hill, and they pushed that porta potty over with someone in it. And I just laughed and laughed and laughed. And looking back, I didn't realize how badly someone could have got hurt from that. And, geez, just think about all the stuff that got on them, from that porta potty rolling over like that. But good Lord. But like I said, as a 10-year-old, I just thought that was funny seeing those teenagers do that. It's 1:45 in South Africa, so 2020 all ready here. All right. Is like, what the hell is she talking about? LOL. No, I knew what you was talking about. I knew exactly what you talked about or have been talking about. Been vaping for over 10 years, no smoke. Yeah, just Joy, but I just with me, I mean, I know a lot of people have used vaping to give up smoking, and if you can do that, that's great. But if I'm going to do it, I'm just going to do it all the way. I'm not going to vape. I'm just going to go scot-free with it. Don't throw them away. It feels good to know they are there just in case. No pressure, because once you commit to going out to get some, you committed to smoking again. No, that's a good point. But what I'll probably do, honey, I'll probably smoke every one I have just to make sure I'm out. That's just the way I am. Sorry. I've just got that addictive personality, I guess. I don't know. But I will beat it. And a lot of it is because of you guys, because so many of you have, talked about, hey, you should think about quitting smoking. And ever since you guys started talking about it, it's been, in the back of my mind and things like that. I've thought about it. And I thought, well, when's a better time to do it than New Year's Eve? So today would have been the day I would have went and got my carton of cigarettes. And instead of going and getting my carton, I went and got a box of patches from Walmart. I got me my 6 L8s, which are sometimes confused as beer. As you can see, soft drink. I don't drink. Really, I don't. So some people say they don't, and they do, but I really don't. And there's nothing wrong with it. Not at all. I just don't. Anna says, don't be a quitter. Just joking. I said hi, Gebel the Rebel. I said hi twice now. Hello, Gebel the Rebel. Happy New Year. I love you. Thank you, Megan. Megan Lee says, good luck, best of luck on quitting smoking. Do-do-do-do. Yes, knowing you have does make it a little easier for some. You should at least start with small goals. If you find cold turkey being difficult, like not smoking. Inside, you can do it. LOL. Have you ever been in a twister? Yes, I have. I actually have a video on my YouTube channel from back about a year ago, I think it was, where I actually filmed a tornado that was touching down in my area. Gabble, you're welcome, but I already said hello to you. You just missed it. Hello, Shell Shocked. Hello, if ignorance is bliss, that explains my misery. 2350, guys. It's almost New Year's where you guys are at. Some of you guys. There's still about 5 hours and 10 minutes to go here where I'm located. I am in the Eastern time zone in the United States. And I also would like to also mention one thing. Freedom of speech in the United States is the First Amendment. It's the most important amendment. It's the first, not the third. So that's very important. If you're going to talk shit about amendments, you should at least know which ones you're talking about. And that's just all I'm going to say about that. And also, another thing, you have freedom of speech, but when you sign up to have a YouTube channel, you agree to their terms of service, which means now you're on YouTube's platform. You're no longer just in public speaking as you wish. So you're actually speaking what their terms of service allows you to say. So, for instance, if they ban the F word tomorrow, if you use the F word, then you could lose your channel. So, this freedom of speech stuff is not so much true on YouTube because you agreed to the terms of service. So, suck it up, Buttercup. Oh, you can do it. It was supposed to be heard in the voice of Rob Schneider from Waterboy, hence the LOL. That's why it's, you can do it, Nikki. You wouldn't walk into no one's home and talk shit you know offends them. I mean, it just blows my mind how I've violated my Third Amendment right so many times now. I've housed soldiers in my home. I can't believe I keep doing this. Baxter 08 MS says smoking is my only vice. I'm diabetic, so can't eat sugar or carbs due to NARDs. Yeah, really. Well, I shouldn't say smoking is my only vice because I do drink a lot of soda, pop, whatever you guys call it. I drink a lot of pop, and that's another bad thing because it's loaded with sugar, and that's not good for you. So, but I can't quit two things at once. That's like when I did quit opiates. My mom said, "Well, now you can quit smoking too." And I was like, "Mom," because I don't know if any of you guys have ever been through opiate withdrawals, but it's really living hell. It is, no kidding. And but you can do it. You can make it through it. You can. I mean, if I can do it, anybody can do it. And I honestly mean that because I'm weak. I don't have a strong will, but I will say this: when I set my mind to do something, I can do it because I set my mind to quit doing opiates and I quit them. Like I said before, I quit opiates. There was people that wanted me to quit and I never would, no matter how much they begged me because I didn't want to quit. And that's what a lot of people don't realize. You can be court ordered to rehab, you can be put in jail. And unless you are ready to quit, you are not going to quit. So you have to make that um, promise to yourself, not anyone else. And that's why tonight, I've thought about it because you guys have brought it to my attention. But it's my decision. It's my decision to quit, and I'm really going to try. Um, Marie, yes, actually, I did take them for pain at first. Well, what happened was, is I worked in a metal manufacturing plant. Um, I ran a laser, which is just basically a laser that cuts metal into certain dimensions and shapes and whatnot. Well, I don't know if you guys know how thick 10 gauge or 8 gauge metal is, but it's very thick, it's very heavy. We had a machine that had suction cups on it. and you could stick the suction cups to the metal and lay it on the laser. Everything was okay. But it's so much faster if you just grab it by hand and use your back and jerk that piece of metal up on that machine, because it doesn't take as long as using that suction cup machine that they've provided for you, so you don't hurt yourself. So with that said, I kept using my back, and finally I hurt my back. And I went to the doctor, and they prescribed me 60 Lortab 7.5 milligrams hydrocodone. And I started taking those. And at first, I took them just like I was prescribed, 2 a day, um, and on and on and on. Well, eventually, the next month, I probably needed them the next month, so I went and got them, took them. Well, this went on for months and months and months. And I probably didn't even need them anymore, but the doctor was giving them to me. So, well, the doctor's giving them to me, so I must need them. So then, as everybody knows with opiates, what, takes care of your pain and gives you that high today is one tablet. Well, tomorrow it's going to take 2, the next day 3, and so on. Everybody that's familiar with it knows that. You always need more. You build a tolerance to them. So what happened was I started running out of them before the month was up, and I started finding people that also took them, and I would buy them off the street. And one night I went to buy the hydrocodones from my friend. I thought was my friend, and he was out. He said, "But I've got something else." He said, "This is a Percocet 30 milligram," and I thought, "Gosh, 30 milligrams, whoa, that's going to, might kill me or something, No, just try it, you'll love it." And I thought, well, 30 milligrams, I'm only taking, of course, at this time I'm taking 3 or 4, so really it's 28 or 30 milligrams at that, but I didn't look at it that way. So I thought, it's almost the new year. So I'll do my story really quick. So I took this Percocet 30, boom, I was hooked. Never looked back. At the very end, I was taking 10 of those 30s a day. So there you go. That's basically the story in a nutshell. When you know you're going to quit, when you know you're ready to quit, wean yourself down, because weaning yourself down really does give you a better chance at quitting. You don't want to do it all at once. You don't want to do it like straight cold turkey. So if you take 2 pills a day, cut yourself down to 1 pill a day for a certain amount of days. Then after that many days, cut yourself down to a half a pill. And I'm not a doctor. Please don't take this as doctor's advice. Please see your doctor. Don't take this as what worked for me. So don't take this as a doctor's advice to you guys. It's just what happened to me. Then cut yourself down to half a tablet every other day, and so forth. And then at the end, when you're ready to quit, your withdrawals won't be nearly as bad as they would have had you been taking the 2 tablets and you just go straight cold turkey like that. So with that being said, always consult with your doctor, because I can't give you that advice. That's just what worked for me. And I wasn't reading the comments when I was talking about that, because when I start reading the comments, I lose my train of thought. So when I get telling a story, I've realized if I don't pay attention to the comments, I can complete my story. If that makes sense to you guys. Alrighty, guys, you've got 1 minute to the new year. Where you guys are at? It's just like everything, like anything to do with anything. You have to have a strong mindset. You have to agree that you're ready to do this, and it has to be your decision. No one can do it for you. But especially with benzos or alcohol, if you're addicted to either of those, please do not just stop cold turkey, because it can kill you. The withdrawal from benzos and alcohol can kill you, so please do not stop those cold turkey. Jazz Jupiter says it's my birthday. Happy birthday, Jazz. My resolution is to stop trying to please everybody and learn to accept. Just because you treat people right doesn't mean they will do the same in return. It's funny you say that. I told my mods the same thing earlier today. No matter how you treat someone, it doesn't mean they will treat you well. Um, so happy New Year's to all you people in the midnight time zone, guys. Happy New Year. Happy 2020. It's awesome. It's just now 7 p.m. here where I'm at. Uh, Dawn break, that's exactly right. Ron said I pointed this out to him. I must not know what that message means. I don't guess it's to me, so. You're very welcome, Jazz. My house has exploded. Happy New Year. We need some of them like popper things. So, guys, we celebrated New Year's together. How does that feel to you guys? I actually love it. Happy 2020 to my UK friends. Boom, boom, boom. Fireworks are going off. My dogs are hiding under the bed. Marie says, thanks, Ron. 20 years I have taken codeine, but with the pain clinic says I must stay on them. I have lignocaine infusions for pain too. But anyways, happy New Year's. Yay. Happy New Year's to you, Marie. Um, and if you want off them, um, you can do it. Trust me. If I can do it, and believe me, I'm weak-minded. Except when I set my mind to it, I can do it. So, but other than that, I am usually weak-willed, weak-minded. So you can do it. Um, but do what's best for you. If you're in chronic pain and you absolutely have to have these, there's nothing wrong with that. Um, just take them like you're prescribed, and don't start doubling your dose or anything like that, because if they're no longer working for you, tell your doctor. Maybe he can prescribe you something different that your body hasn't built a tolerance to yet. Um, there's many different options you could probably go down. You're very welcome, Marie, anytime. But please, like I said, that was just my experience. Please, check with your doctor before you do anything, because I would hate for you to, listen to what I've said and something bad happen to you. I wouldn't want that at all. So please do that. But like I said, I'm just living proof that you can recover. And tonight I'll be cigarette free. I would say it's my last addiction, but I think I'm addicted to caffeine. I drink a lot of pop, Red Bull, things like that. So, and I've never had a problem with alcohol ever. I could drink a beer right now and never touch another one. I could drink 6 beers right now and never touch another one. The only reason I don't drink anymore is because the hangovers hurt so bad. When I was in my early 20s, it's like you could drink, get up, do it all over again. So that's just Wild Wine says, you've been in recovery for 28 years. Why? Is that what you're saying? Oh, I'm glad I helped you, Marie. I really am. I hope everything works out for you. Emily says, sober 36 years here. February 5th will be 37. Congratulations, Emily. That is a hell of a hell of a long time to do that. City Light said quit drinking in 1991, almost 20 years. Angie, it's my birthday, Hensley. Happy birthday. Says I'm 3 years clean off pills. You can do it. Mind over matter. Very true. You can do it. And congratulations, Angie. Angie, can't even speak. And happy birthday. That's fact, Ron. I always say there's a big difference in using and abusing. Some people have painful medical conditions and truly need them. They really do. Um, so please, if you need them, uh, like I said, there's all kinds of alternatives nowadays um, to narcotic pain medication. So there might be actually something they can put you on that's non-narcotic. And says I only drink when I'm with friends or out. I mean, don't get me wrong. If I was out and about and everyone was having a beer, I might have a beer, but it's just never anything I've had an issue with. Uh, I mean, the only thing I've tried marijuana when I was younger. Never got where I have used it daily or anything like. Never really liked it. It made me really paranoid. Some people are more easily addicted than others. Yes, some people have an addictive personality. May, I'm actually going to use nicotine patches tonight. Oh gosh, Brent, clean 5 years, heroin and cocaine. Congratulations, Brent. That's a hell of a milestone. I've never been on heroin, but I have heard it's one of the worst things you can come off of. So congratulations for that. Kayla says she quit drinking 2.5 years ago. Congratulations, Kayla. So happy for you. Katie Waffling Mama says Happy New Year from the UK, everyone. Happy New Year's, Katie. Jessica says weed always did my body bad with the anxiety and depression. It makes me seriously paranoid. It did the same thing to me, Jessica. It made me terribly paranoid. I know, and it has the opposite effect on a lot of people. Um, some people, it does the opposite. It calms them. It gives them a relaxed feeling. With me, it done the absolute opposite. It made me look around every corner like someone was after me. It made my heart was absolutely pounding out of my chest. It scared me to death, and I was like, this is something I don't want. So weed was never a thing for me, anything like that. Uh, but pain pills hooked me. They did. Not gonna lie. I'm off of them, clean. Be almost 9 years. Super Bowl Sunday, 2020, which is coming up next month, February, somewhere around there. Megan says it's very cool to hear all these successful recovery stories. Yeah, it really is. And it's just proof to anybody out there that wants to quit, you can do it. Um, so don't ever think you can't, because you can. And you believe me, guys, when I was on my highest amount, which was about 10 30s a day, that's not cheap. It's really not. It's a very expensive addiction. And I'm telling you, um, your life financially, everything will be turned around 100%. You won't even believe it. Uh, so everything will change for you. Um, I don't know if you guys noticed this, and this might just be a side effect I had, but when you're on painkillers, it completely destroys your sex drive. You will have no sex drive whatsoever. Uh, there's a lot of bad side effects that come with it. It destroys your liver. It will literally destroy your liver um, terribly. Um, so And you guys here, I have nurses that are my mods. I have nurses that are always in the chat. If any of you guys need someone to talk to, we can get you hooked up with somebody that can help you. Um, I have people that have resources to rehabs, whether you have insurance or you don't have insurance. So if it's something you want to do, and you're interested in trying, shoot me an email, brianmoxley@gmail.com. I felt the same way when I did it, Ron. I've heard people talk about how they felt on PCP and other drugs like that. Weed made me feel how they describe feeling on hallucinations. Yeah, I did the same thing with me. Yeah, and opioids will completely destroy your sex drive. Uh, Completely. I used to have a poem on my phone. It's written. It talks about heroin. I don't want to give anything away on it because I'm going to try to find it and read it to you guys one night, and it'll break your heart. But it's 100% the truth. Well, it's the new year in the UK, but not here yet, so I can still smoke for about 4 hours and 45 more minutes, and then I'm done. And you guys have to hold me accountable. I'll probably do like my withdrawal symptoms to cigarettes in my Patreon. I know you're going to think, well, that's ridiculous, but hey, I'm really going to use you guys as my support to quit this. And if there's any of you guys that want to quit with me tonight, we can do this together. Um, let's just be awesome with each other, or honest with each other. If you have a slip up, just tell me, and if I slip up, I'll tell you. City Light said she quit cold turkey. A lot of people can do that. And some people can't. So I actually went to rehab for 6 months. Um, the place I was at, well, technically, I was in rehab for 90 days. And then the other 90 days, I actually worked at the place I was at. Um, I like drove the van, like this was a rehab where they had a van and everybody would go to the grocery store at the same time. So I would like drive the van and take people on errands. And I was like what was called what was the name for it? Kind of like a monitor, like type deal. So good night, 984. Happy New Year's. Um, yeah, that's what I did while I was actually in rehab for 3 months. No, 60 days. I was in there for 6 months, 3 months on the rehab, and 3 months working as like a mentor, supervisor, monitor. I'm trying to think of the name we actually used at the place. I can never think of anything. Um, oh, shoot. What was the name they used? Well, I can't think of it. But anyway, um, so that's what I do. All right, so do you all want to get back to talking about New Year's resolutions? Because some of you guys, your New Year's resolutions have already kicked in. May says, congratulations to all of you who overcame your addiction. The struggle is real, and I have a great respect for you day to day path to a new you. Stay strong. Thank you, and I'm sure everyone else says thank you too. What is Armpit doing this evening? I haven't checked with him. I think earlier he said he was going to come on, but I don't know if it's for sure or not yet. Yes, make it matter, making it matter. BB in today all the way. Late touchdown. All right. Yep, 37-30. Loved it. C-A-T-S, cats, cats, cats. Sorry, that's just something we do here in Kentucky. We're a little weird here. We're hillbillies. That's what they say about us. I don't have shoes on right now either, by the way. Yeah, he was crying last night, Texas City, and that was so freaking ridiculous. I mean, come on, really? It was supposed to be an apology, and it was all about him. Oh, woe is me, poor, poor, pitiful me. And for all them subs to go along with that crappy ass apology, a so called apology, really just irked me terribly. Because all that was just a poor, poor, pitiful me. No apology whatsoever to what he's done to that family. And it just aggravates the living shit out of me. The fact that he does not care what he has done to that family. Yeah, Kayla Nicole, believe me, it freaked a lot of people out. Yeah, Frankie Jr. actually put a comment on my video saying he says he's going to quit talking about it, but we'll see how long this lasts. And I commented back, yeah, he's taking it to Patreon. He's not quitting talking about it. You just have to pay him to hear it now, which is still making money. But oh well, I'm done with him. If people want to be his sub and give him attention, they can do it. I'm done. He can go on about himself. Hello, Michelle. Happy New Year to you. Well, thank you. I hope you're blessed as well. Of course, he's not going to stop. He's a narcissist. He talks about Chris Watts. He's more of a narcissist than Chris Watts is. And I'll say exactly how I feel. I'm tired of backing down. I've seen some of the most stupidest comments from his subscribers turning this around and blaming the family. That guys, they're the victims here, and him acting like he's the victim, and they're playing right along with that. That's the most stupidest thing I've ever heard. Shell Shock says she remembers when I had 48 subscribers. Yeah, I can't believe how much it blew up. Shell Shock, I really can't. My New Year's resolution is to find a good diet. I got to lose about 80 pounds since I stopped drinking. I replaced it with sugar, no good. I understand that. That's another thing I'm worried about with quitting smoking. I'm afraid I'll gain a lot of weight. So, yeah. Well, I know they use this big excuse that if it wasn't for a certain creator, my channel wouldn't have succeeded. I beg to differ with that, but they have the right to say whatever they want to say. I'm not going to argue with them anymore. You can't get through to them. If they're supposedly wanting justice and for this family and this, that, and other. They keep talking about. Uh, well, even with him saying, "Hey, please stop talking about my family," and he continues. So that just goes to show you. Lara says, I quit being a member and everything over what he did with the lights. He thought it was a joke, and I was worried, pissed me right off. And I remember that, Lara. You was in the chat with us. You were seriously concerned. You messaged me and said you was on the edge of an anxiety attack. And it was all a freaking joke to him. That's all it was. Oh, they'll watch me no matter what I do. I think most of his views on that was because he looked like he was on freaking LSD going through lights and that he was stumbling through them. So I think that's why most people watch that video, because it absolutely terrified the shit out of people. Little Book says, Mox, he is a huge narcissist. He is sick. I agree 100%. Yes, that was really, really weird. Making It Matter says, I love an intelligent creator who realizes you cannot change someone else's behavior. You really can't. Uh, it's unbelievable. It's sad, really, the fact that they've turned this around and took the family as being now the bad guys here. It's unreal that his subs even go along with something like that. Thank you. I believe he is too, Little Books. Larry, it just goes to show how seriously twisted sick he really is. It really is. Hello, Saskia Lawler. How are you today? Like your chokler? Just a thing like yesterday when he was doing the apology. Oh, we talk about depression and loneliness. We're a family. That's exactly what I say. If anyone's copying anyone, he's copying me. Yep, I agree, Emily. They are. They all need to stop out of respect for the family. It's not about free speech, it's about respect. Hello, Angelina. How are you tonight? 134 people. That's a lot for New Year's Eve. I thought most people would be out celebrating. If you don't, guys, don't care, please hit that like button for me, please, if you don't mind. It's a free way to support my channel. And thank you guys in advance. I know you will. Because every time I mention it, the likes just start shooting up. So thank you so much for that. It is. It's all about manipulation. Thank you, Brent. I love you. Glad you like it. I believe I did. I'm not sure. Did you just send it recently or earlier today? And just give me the subject really quick. I can probably tell you if I did or not. Giving my daughter a bath, and yeah, I need my glasses. I'll be going out all the. I missed that one. Oh, taking all the drugs home last night. Um, if you sent it last night, then yes, I definitely got it. Okay, yeah, I did. I am working on it. Oh, and by the way, Kelly, Kelly Kells, are you still in the room? My husband and I have been separated for 2 years now due to his off and on drug use. Just me and my dog tonight. Well, happy New Year's to you and your dog, really, sincerely. I mean that. Yeah, Larry, he really has. If you watch what I say, he'll do exactly the same thing or the same case the very next day. And then say, I'm living off him. Kelly, what is the young kid's name that's the YouTuber that's missing? Dilly something. Just to let you guys know, there we have a YouTube creator, and he's missing. I believe he's 14 years old. I'm asking Kelly his name so I don't have to look and stop talking. Yeah, hello, all new subscribers. Welcome. Harley Dilly. That's it. If you guys haven't checked this out or heard about this, the little guy's name is Harley Dilly. Great. Uh, so smart, intelligent. Uh, just a great kid. He has 2 YouTube channels. He's 14 years old and he's gone missing. And I think was it Ohio? It's Port something. It's either Ohio or Michigan. I haven't really looked at it yet, so I apologize for not knowing. It just popped in my head when somebody said something that made me think of it. Um, so I want to bring that up to your guys' attention. So check out Harley Dilly, and then also Harley Dill 2.0. That's his second channel. He mostly does gaming, from what I can tell. Um, I'm not sure what happened with this kid. I really haven't looked it up. Let me see if I can find some information on it really quickly, so I don't tell you guys the wrong thing, because I don't want to give you guys the wrong information. Prayers for hashtag prayers for Harley. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so this is from the local news channel up in that area. It says this is from Port Clinton, Ohio, and all this information is coming from WCHS. So that's who the credit goes to. It says police are searching for a 14-year-old Ohio boy who left for school in the early hours of December 20th and hasn't been seen since. The Port Clinton Police Department says Harley Dilly left for school between 6 a.m. and 7 a.m. on December 20th in Port Clinton, Ohio, but never arrived. Dilly is described as a male with brown hair and green eyes, last seen wearing glasses, gray sweatpants, a maroon puffy jacket, and black tennis shoes. Over the past week, officers have conducted searches using helicopters, canines, and search and rescue teams involving approximately 75 law enforcement agencies. The reward for information leading to his safe return now totals $7,000, according to a Facebook post on December 28th. Officers are pleading with the public to stop spreading false rumors about the case. Here's what I need from you, writes Port Clinton Police Chief Hickman in the post above. I need the investigation to be allowed to continue uninterrupted. Please allow the professionals involved in this case to continue to do their job. We are working tirelessly and will continue to do so until Harley is brought home and reunited with his family. If you have any information regarding Dilly's disappearance, you're urged to the Port Clinton Police Department at number 419-734-3121 or the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children at 1-800-843-5678 immediately. And that's all there is on that. Now I'll show you a picture of him here. He's a real bright looking kid. And I'm only showing you this picture because he's missing. I don't know if it's going to focus. There you go. But he's a YouTuber. He's actually has 2 YouTube channels. One is Harley Dilly. And he has it kind of like the HD, like Harley Davidson. And then he has Harley Dill 2.0. And he's 14 years old. And, you know, my daughter's 13, so it scares me to death to hear things like this. Yeah, he is young, and she's only 14. And he's been missing since December 20th, which also is the day that Peyton Houston went missing that evening from Birmingham, Alabama. So many people missing, and around this time of year, it's even worse. With the holidays and everything like that. Being missing any time of year is awful, but the holidays just makes it that much worse, in my opinion. So, yeah, it's really it's heartbreaking. Um, Kayla says my daughter is 13 as well. I'd lose my mind. I can't imagine. I can't either. Welcome back, Misery. Um, and also, just so you guys know, there was a YouTuber that went missing in New York City, I think back in June or July, and Harley reported on that on his channel. Um, so if you want to check out his channel after the live, don't go now. No, I'm just kidding. If you want to go check it out and come back, go check it out and come back. It looks like he's mostly a gamer, but he does have a couple of videos where he actually talks and stuff like that to the. And he's really he has a good wit about him. He's got a good sense of humor. It seems like it seems like a really bright, intelligent kid, and it's just sad that he's missing this time of year. And give me, guys, just a second. I have to go pee. It's all the L8 I'm drinking. Just kidding, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. I did get my first patch out of the box. As you can see, there's my nicotine patch that I'll be putting on at midnight. Uh, Now, I'm not going to stay on till the midnight in the United States, but what I am going to do is I am going to come back on like 11:30 my time, so I can bring in the new year with you guys the way you let me bring it in with you guys. That Didn't sound right, but I think it was right. Hopefully. I think you guys know what I meant. Well, I love you guys too. Thank you. Appreciate that. Of course, I didn't wash my hands, Flynn. Why would I wash my hands? I was touching my own self. It's not like I held somebody else's penis while they peed or something. Come on now. Yeah, it's not midnight here yet, so my New Year's resolution hasn't came in yet. I haven't noticed what yet. Good evening, guys. No, I didn't get lifesavers, but I do have some hard candy. Thank you, guys. Well, I love you, Gabble. Thank you. Wearing a nicotine patch at night can give you bad dreams. It couldn't give you any worse dreams than that Chantix. That time I tried to quit with Chantix. My gosh, those were so vivid nightmares. It literally felt like I was in that nightmare. It scared me to death. Congratulations, Agent Orange. Glad you quit in February. Hope it works for me. Hopefully, this time next year, I'll be able to say I quit on January 1st. So I'm going to smoke up till midnight, and then I'm going to give it a go to quit. Yeah, I tried Chantix, Lara, and it made me have just the most vivid nightmares that you could imagine. So hopefully it works. We'll see. Meek, is it Meek or Mike? 136 in Europe in 2020. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to all you guys that's already celebrated the new year. Some guy named Mox is live on YouTube right now. Yeah, I have a box of Chantix still left over from when I tried to quit. And I was like, hell no, I ain't doing that no more. Can I ask a question? I have asked 100 times, please, and still am in the dark. What is a bloody Kundalini? To be honest with you, I have no clue what a Kundalini is myself. I just know that I heard it and I thought it sounded really cool. And when I was doing my parodies, I did Kundalini. Now, if anybody in chat can tell you what the Kundalini really is, they might know. But to be honest with you, I have no idea. I just thought the word sounded really cool, and when I used it, it caught on. So, Braun pronounced Mika, correct? Meek. Okay. Hit like and subscribe, please. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. If you haven't liked, please hit a like button, please. I've already got 11 thumbs down. Wow. Wonder where those are coming from. Kelly says it's a form of yoga. Kundalini. All right, Emily. Happy painting. 11 thumbs down. Really? Come on now, guys. Is it that bad? And just so you guys know, for next time, when you hit that dislike button, it's as good as hitting like to YouTube because the algorithm picks it up as an interaction on YouTube. So when you hit that dislike button, it's as good as hitting like for me. So hit that dislike button all you want. I actually like it. Thank you. So what that tells me, guys, there's lurkers in the room. So it's popular. Wicker Man. No. I comment, say hi, but nobody answers me, so I just watch now. Hi, Anna Green. How are you tonight? I apologize. The chat is moving really fast, so if I do miss you, if you say something, please forgive me. I really don't mean to miss you saying hi. I swear I don't. Uh, Victoria Swan. We do not ignore anyone intentionally. Hello, Victoria Swan. You have lovely hair. Not on purpose, Flynn. Not on purpose. Gable says he wants her. Happy New Year, kind heaven. How are you tonight? All right, Angelina. Happy New Year's if I don't see you before midnight. I will be back on later. IXE says, when I hear Kundalini, I think of love and rockets. I don't know what I think of. Kundalini. Kayla says she's watched too much true crime today and now she doesn't want to be alone. Trust me, Kayla. I'm right there with you. Ron, for some reason, my other account is blocked. Kennedy's Grace. I have to get on here to watch your lives. I can't check it right now, but let me write that down and I will check it as soon as I get off this live. Kennedy's Grace. Sometimes when the chat's moving really quickly, Kayla, you can actually click on one name to block them or time them out, and then the chat's moving so quickly that it might actually land on another name when you hit the block or timeout button. So just to let you know, that's what happened. No, Angela didn't. I just changed my passwords and I did put the two-step authentication on it. And the actual emails from Google looked nothing like the emails I received earlier. The logo, nothing was the same. All right, Kayla, I will check on it for you, hon. I promise. All right, guys, where I'm going to come back on around midnight. Um, I'm going to take off for now. I will be back on about 11:30 Eastern Time, which will be about 4:30 in the UK. So if you don't join me in the UK, I understand why. Um, if I do see you, I'll see you then, and I will smoke my last cigarette with you guys right before midnight. Uh, so, Happy New Year, kind heaven, by the way. Happy New Year to everyone who's already seen the new year end. And I love you guys. And I will see you in about a little less than 4 hours from now. You guys be safe. If you've been drinking, please get a cab. Don't chance it. It's not worth it. Grab an Uber. It'll cost you a lot less in the long run than a DUI will. Believe me. Love you guys. Stay safe, and I'll see you in a little less than 4 hours. Happy New Year. Love you guys.